Hello, my name is Pat Bose and I'm the Executive Director of SCAN, and welcome to SCAN. Today is one of the first shows that we will be having in a series of shows addressing the issues that we're currently facing in the recovery of the recent Hurricane Sandy and nor'easter. So I'm hoping that you will find the information on today's show and following shows to be very helpful. I want SCAN to become a trusted link that the public can count on in regards to bringing you good information on entitlements, benefits, and services that are available, especially to seniors during this recovery process. But before I bring my guest on, I really would like to tell you a little bit about what SCAN is doing and what we have made available during the emergency, and then also what we will continue to make available until it's no longer needed. We have opened up SCAN to the public in our computer lab, so that people who need to jump on the computers, I am really loving when people say jump on a computer, download a document and send it to us electronically, and people don't have electric anymore or might have lost their computer. So we're making our facility available. Also, if one needs to make copies of documents so that they can send in with their insurance to their insurance company, or also need to fax information to any of their resources, we will make that available to the public. So please feel free to come down, have a cup of coffee with us, and make sure that you are bringing the things that we can help you with. We are also providing these TV shows so that they are seen the audience is over 400,000, so we're hoping that this information will be very helpful. At the end of all of our shows, we'll have contact information that you can use in regards to getting the help that you need. The other thing is, this is January, so I'm really pleased to tell you that SCAN is starting their winter semester as of January 15th. Our catalog is available both online at www.scannj.com, or you can stop in the office and pick up a catalog. We're really excited about this semester. We are partnering with V&A Health Group to provide a wellness center here, and they will be here monthly to provide services as far as blood pressure screening and other kinds of help that can be provided by their nurses. We also have a weekly educational seminar with Monmouth Medical Center on health issues, which is free of charge and open, so we're hoping to see you at all of those locations. January and February, we'll be going back to Boscov's department store and doing our campus of courses, and we really are very dedicated to bring in specialists to talk to you in regards to insurance issues, construction, fraud cases, so that you're much more aware of any potential scams or things that you might need to do after or during this recovery period. Finally, I really would like to share with you that we're always in need of volunteers for our special events and for coverage in the office, and I would like to thank our board of directors for their ongoing support and also their guidance during this particular storm, but in general. And I am hoping that you'll stop in, have a cup of coffee with us and on us, and SCAN is here to help you. We're going to take a short break now, and we'll be back with you in a minute. Thank you.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Welcome back to SCAN. My name is Pat Bose, and our first guest today is Vicki Eichstaedt, and she is the national representative for Red Cross. Welcome.
Thanks.
I'm really pleased to have you here and to be our first guest in this series of shows, because, I mean, if if we've heard it once, we've heard it a lot lately about the wonderful work that the Red Cross does and is doing, especially for the Jersey Shore. And so thank you on behalf of the community.
It's really our pleasure and our privilege to serve.
So I would like to just get into a lot of questions in regards to the role of the Red Cross during the disaster and also in the recovery process. What does that look like? Because you've been to all of them.
Yes, I've been to several in my time with the Red Cross. What we do is to provide an outlet to alleviate human suffering. We shelter, we feed, we comfort, we provide mental health resources, and we provide recovery planning and assistance, as well as maybe some disaster cleanup supplies and personal hygiene items. That's the kind of thing we do during disaster.
So can you talk about some lessons learned, especially in regards to this disaster here in New Jersey, the most recent one?
I think the thing that we learn in every disaster is that we as humans tend to put off things that we don't want to think about, and that includes preparing for disaster. And unfortunately, disasters always come, so we need to be ready. And what we try and do at the Red Cross is to remind everybody to get a kit, make a plan, and stay informed. And just those 3 actions can keep you in control and can help you stay safe in a disaster.
So in the kit, what do we have?
In the kit, we have things like non-perishable food items, water, prescription medications, a can opener, a battery-powered and hand-crank radio. We have pet items if you have a pet. We have foul weather gear, flashlight and extra batteries, the things that you're going to need if you have to hunker down and stay in a basement or in a small corner of your home for 24 or 48 hours. You want to have enough water, especially for all of the people in your house for 3 days.
Okay, great. And then the other piece about the plan, I think that was really important. We had talked a little bit about this. It's great to have a plan, but if no one knows what your plan is, then it's not going to work. So what should they be doing?
That's so key. Not only to make a plan, practice your plan, and bring your family and loved ones into your planning so that they know what your plan is, where you'll go, who you'll contact, what the phone numbers are, what your evacuation routes might be, and have someone outside your immediate circle in another city, maybe even another state, be the person who's responsible for keeping track of you and conveying that to all the rest of the family members. It's real important to make that plan, practice the plan, and then let other loved ones in your family or your circle of friends know what your plan is.
And the other thing that we've noticing now that the storm is over and we know the damage that was done, we're seeing that people are coming out of the shock mode, so to speak.
Right.
And really, I'm concerned about issues of depression and not knowing what to do. So any helpful hints on what they can do or should be doing?
It's so common after a disaster to have those feelings. People may feel out of control. They may feel more depressed than usual. They may feel more tired than usual. They may find themselves snapping at their loved ones or getting angry for no reason. These are all really, really natural reactions, and it's part of recovering. So again, what you want to do is to make a plan. And every little step that you take towards recovering control and taking control of your life and the situation you find yourself in is more positive and is going to help you feel better every day.
Okay, and the other we had talked about is being hydrated.
Oh, my
water
goodness.
is water is water.
It's really true, and I, as a disaster worker, find myself not doing it either. When we're stressed, when things are not the way they normally are for us, it's very easy to get dehydrated, to be in kind of a shock mode. And staying hydrated is extremely important to fight off that stress, fight off depression, and to stay healthy.
Well, again, I'm hoping that people take those words of wisdom and work them out. We will be providing some services in the checklist for people in the future here at SCAN. But the next question is, what can we expect during the recovery process?
Well, people will have things that they need to do that they've never thought about before. They may need to find important insurance papers. They may need to find ownership papers. They may need to register with other state, local, and government agencies in order to avail themselves of the resources that they need. They may need to visit a doctor or a therapist. So again, it's important to make a list and allow someone who knows a little bit more about recovery planning assist you in that. And that's one of the things that Red Cross can do, is to help you think about what you'll need to do next, how to order your list, who to call, where to go, and the order in which to do it.
And can they do that on the phone? Do you recommend that they go find one of the facilities? How can they do that?
They can certainly visit a Red Cross chapter facility, but one of the best things they can do is to visit our national website, which is www.redcross.org, and they will be able to find all kinds of information sheets on how to recover after a disaster, how to make an emergency preparedness kit, and things about emotional health. And there's even a great publication that we do called For Seniors by Seniors that your constituency might be really interested in.
And if they don't have computers, they can come here and download it here.
That's
so
right.
Please do so.
That's right.
The other question that always comes up, and we talked about this a little bit, is every place we hear or see, it says donate to the Red Cross. So the question is, so where does the money go? How is it used? And how can people continue to help?
Well, the first thing we would like to say is thank you for the generosity of all the people who have given for Superstorm Sandy. It helps us to provide the supplies and the help that the people of New Jersey need. An important fact to remember is that 92 cents out of every single dollar that the Red Cross raises is spent on direct service to our clients. That's a very high percentage, and we're very proud of that. The reason that we ask for financial donations is so that we can continue to prepare for the next disaster ahead of the next disaster. One of the reasons we're able to respond fairly quickly to disaster is that we're ready. We have warehouses stocked with goods. We have emergency response vehicles ready to get on the road and go wherever they need to. We have trained volunteers standing at home, like myself, waiting in Michigan to get a call to say, we need your help. So those are the things that the money goes for.
And again, I don't think people think about that. I mean, if we were to start from scratch after a storm like we've been through, we would not have been where we are now.
That's absolutely.
And it's my understanding that you stay with us as long as you need to.
That's right. As long as there is a need for the Red Cross here in New Jersey, if state and local government officials feel that an expanded Red Cross presence here is going to help people recover, if we have specific services or supplies that are needed by the recovering communities, we'll be here. Great.
And then, again, we've been talking about this, and I think we do know that there will be a next storm, whether it's here or someplace else. What does the Red Cross suggest that we do?
Again, what we talked about earlier, be prepared for it. Understand the kind of disasters that are likely to affect you in the area you live in. Some areas of the country are very subject to wildfires. You need to know what to do in a wildfire. In your particular area, you are often the victim of hurricanes, especially if you live on the shore. You might also experience tornadoes in the spring and the summer. Mm-hmm. It's probably a good idea to know what to do when the power goes out, those kinds of things. So know the kinds of disasters that may happen to you and prepare for them.
So one more time, tell us how people can get in touch with the Red Cross and how they can find this valuable information.
You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. You can visit our website, www.redcross.org, or you can visit any local or regional chapter office.
So I'd like to take this opportunity and thank you for being our guest today. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Thank you.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
Hello again. Our second guest today is Bill Bradshaw, who is a program specialist from New Jersey Natural Gas. New Jersey Natural Gas is a wonderful friend to SCAM. They're a major sponsor, and they're on our board of directors, so I'm really happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
Especially in this particular series, because I really do want to make sure that our viewing audience understands the services that you provide regularly and how those services going forward, in many cases, not that the guidelines have changed, but because of people's personal situations have changed, that they're now eligible for a lot of the things that they might not have been before, or might not have needed it before, or never thought about it. So,
Absolutely.
welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It's our pleasure.
So tell me a little bit about what you do and about your energy assistance programs.
Okay, energy assistance is actually programs designed to help individuals who are struggling with their utility bills. And obviously after some of the recent events that we had, there's going to be many customers that are looking for assistance once they're back in their homes on how to pay their utility bills, meaning natural gas, electric, oil, propane, etc. So at the gas company, we actually strive to make sure that we have all programs available to customers that they can apply for, and get them the information out there and how they can apply for it and where it is and how much and all that good stuff.
So tell me a little bit about that before we go on, as far as how can they apply?
Okay.
What's the process? Do they have to use my computer lab in regards to downloading information and forms? So tell me about it.
All right. Normally and typically every year the program opens October 1st in 2012 this year. We did open the program October 1st, and it's called the LIHEAP program. So it's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. It helps individuals with their heating utility throughout the season. That program is open through April 30th this year of 2013. We also have programs from the state called the Universal Service Fund. Again, that helps customers monthly based upon their usage, how they heat their home, and it's run through the Board of Public Utilities through the state of New Jersey. A lot of times customers will say to us, that's all well and good, but I may not qualify, maybe my income's a little bit too high. The state has two great programs that we work with, New Jersey Shares and the True Grant program, which helps individuals who are a little bit higher than the typical low income standard for the federal and the state program. That being said, we also have the Lifeline Program that 65 years or older seniors are qualified for, and that is if in fact they are on PAD, which is the pharmaceutical assistance for the aged and disabled. I know, say that 6 times fast. If they're on that, they automatically will be qualified for a Lifeline credit, and that provides $112.50 for their gas utility and $112.50 for their electric utility once a year, once a calendar year.
Okay, so I need that to be broken down into English in regards to, let's stay on your senior programs.
Sure.
I know that people do go for social services and get registered for PAD, so do they have to show proof of being on that program when they come?
It's automatic.
Okay.
So if they are on PAD, their Lifeline credit will automatically come to their utility. So
Okay.
in our case, it would come to New Jersey Natural Gas and JCP&L if they were in the Monmouth or Ocean County area. They do not need to apply for Lifeline. For the other programs, they would need to apply with one of our local community action program agencies. And those agencies are located, one is in Monmouth County, it's the Affordable Housing Alliance on Broad Street. And the one in Ocean County is Ocean Inc., and they are on Higher Street in Toms River.
Okay, and we'll provide some of that contact information at the end of the show so people can really take advantage of those programs if they need them or are eligible. When we talk about low income, do you know the guideline as far as how much we're looking at as far as income is concerned?
Okay, I typically will talk on a family size of 4 because most times we go off those numbers. The low income program, the LIHEAP program, which is the federal program, and the state program, they all deal with monthly gross income. So we're looking at, if I look at a family size of 4 for the LIHEAP program, it's around $3,800 is the max a household could make. And I say household size because it's not family size. You don't have to be related. It's who's in the household. So we look at income, anyone 18 years or older, and we look at the last month worth of income. So customers that have been affected by the recent storm may be unemployed or underemployed or have partial income. And I think it's important for them to know that these programs are available and we look at the last month of income. So, we're looking at December's income now, so if your December income was lower than typical, we ask you to reach out. So around $3,800 is the max for a family size of 4 for the LIHEAP program, $3,300 for USF.
Okay.
New Jersey shares is about $7,600
Wow,
for the
that's
month,
pretty
so
high.
it's pretty high. And then the True Grant, which actually is a really, really great program right now for New Jersey residents, is a family size of 4 can make up to $102,000 for the
Wow.
year. And how that works is they help with the arrearage. So say, for instance, you've been displaced from your home and you haven't been able to pay your bills current, they will pay your past due balance up to $750 for your natural gas utility and up to $750 for your electric utility.
Well, I mean, that really is pretty high and pretty wonderful. I mean,
Exactly.
as far as getting help. And most of the time people don't ask.
Correct.
Don't even know that these programs exist. And so that's one of the reasons I'm really dedicating these shows to this great information so that they can take advantage of it.
Right.
So I think we've gone through some of our questions that we've talked about. Some lessons learned. I know that you've been in the field. I know that you've been working 20 hours a day, probably 7 days a week. And so on behalf of the community, I thank you.
Absolutely.
But some of the lessons learned and some of the situations or cases that you might want to share with us.
I would like customers to know that New Jersey Natural Gas is really committed to getting us back to where we were before the hurricane, but also helping you through it. So our Gift of Warmth Fund is really, really, really an important fund. It's for any of our customers. So we're talking about New Jersey Natural Gas customers that are struggling. Last year, we raised over $132,000 in donations. Company matched $80,000. It's a great, great program. And I think one of the things that we can talk about is the fact that through hard times, we have this money specifically earmarked for our customers that we want to help. And everybody comes from a different situation. Everybody has a different situation. I'm not going to say many, I'm going to say all of our communities within our service territory were affected. So we have those funds available, and it's strictly run off donations. The company does match, and it can help customers that are struggling.
And that is something as far as potential, your customers who can contribute
Correct.
to that particular fund. And I know that we usually get those notices in our bills.
Yes.
And sometimes we look at them and sometimes we don't. But this would be a great opportunity for people to take that and take that really serious, to make those contributions, because it's raised here and it stays here.
Absolutely.
And that's really important.
100%. There was 10,700 donations last year from our customers, and we take those in one-time donations, or also customers want to put it on their bill. I want to give $5 a month. We can actually bill them for that as well.
Great. So can you give us some contact information where people can get more information about this or apply?
Sure, absolutely. We always suggest customers going to our website, which is www.njng.com. The 1-800 number, which is our call center, which always can route people to the right direction, that is 1-800-221-0051. And then the Energy Assistance Department, which I think will be beneficial, has its own email, and that is Energy Assist. It's all one word. It's ENERGYASSIST. It's a long one, I know. At NJNG.com.
Great.
So that's perfect. That will get directly to the department, and they'll be able to take the needs and filter it out to the appropriate person to have them contact the customers.
And again, if anyone wants to use our computers, they can come on
Absolutely,
down.
absolutely. You guys are a great resource for us.
Yeah. The other question is that you have a weatherization program, and again, in many cases, people's homes are a little past the issue of weatherizing. But what is that for those who could use it now, that their house might be standing but got beat up pretty bad during the last couple of months?
Absolutely. If a customer qualifies for one of our programs, meaning the LIHEAP program, the federal program, or the state program, they also can qualify for a program called Comfort Partners. And what the goal of Comfort Partners is to help reduce the energy, make your home more energy affordable by making weatherization, energy efficiency upgrades. So if a customer is, in fact, on one of these programs, we normally will reach out to them and say, do you know what Comfort Partners is? And it's a free program to them. They do energy upgrades, energy efficiency upgrades, whether it's replacing an old furnace, replacing an old refrigerator, a lot of things to make their home more energy affordable, because energy efficiency equals energy affordability, and we want to be able to make sure we can keep customers in their home and they can pay their bills. So if we can, make it a little bit easier for them to pay their bills by giving them more efficient product, it also helps our environment. It also helps, the customer. So it's a great program. Comfort Partners is run directly through the 7 utilities throughout the state. And again, customers that are interested, they can reach out to our 1-800 number or...
Say it one more time.
Sure. It's 1-800-221-0051. And the contact directly at the gas company, if anyone's interested, that would be 732-938-1494, and that is Teresa Owens. She is the liaison between the New Jersey Natural Gas and the Comfort Partners program.
Great. So, again, we have maybe one more minute left. Any other words of wisdom you'd like to share with us?
I always like to leave off and say, we don't know we can help unless you call. So, as everyone's saying, how can we help, what can we do? Whether it's a storm-related issue, whether it's an ongoing issue, unless we hear from you, we can't help. So I encourage customers, reach out. We're here, we're passionate, we understand. We know sometimes people are going through this for the first time. Call us, we can help. And as long as you call us, I'll find a way to help you, whether it's through our Gift of Warmth program, whether it's getting in connection with Comfort Partners, or whether it's just listening and making a payment arrangement with customers. We really want everyone to know that we take each customer as our own, and we really, really look to help them. So,
yeah, and I know that it might be frustrating on some customers' part as far as making calls and waiting online. I mean, I know that there's some services where you call back so that people don't have to wait, but truly you can't help them unless you know that they need help.
Exactly.
So it really is on us to do that. So I'd love to take this opportunity and say thank you, and thank our viewers for this wonderful show. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
How to locate Scan. Scan is easy to locate once you find the movie theater at Monmouth Mall. As you enter the parking lot from Route 35, the theater is almost directly ahead of you. Drive towards the theater, but go up along the left side into the parking lot. As you approach the end, you will see entrance number 3 on your right. Park and enter the building here. Once inside, you will see a staircase that only goes down. After passing through the doors at the bottom, turn to your left, and Scan is right there.